Pick
You
it
want
up.
to share with the class?
Yeah.
No.
Definitely. Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
I plan to
PM.
voice act this out.
Oh, okay.
We'll go through it.
Yeah, you're just messaging me right now?
Yep, it'll just be
He's
you.
sliding into those DMs.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's not very work appropriate.
I'm not work appropriate.
Oh,
Says Thoreau, staring at you.
I'm
no.
your handler. This is an
Oh,
imbalance of
handle
power.
me. Handle me.
Power
All
dynamic
right.
I'm sorry. Thoreau will be kind of backlit. It'll be a very dull, muted red that the entire inside of their amp is kind of coated in. But from between their like kind of white eyes will come a voice that says, "I have questions regarding Roland Steinrich."
Oh.
You
About
talked
what?
to him. You talked to him following our confrontation with Skarn. What did you discuss?
Oh, I see. So you used it to snoop on everybody.
I was investigating Roland Steinrich. Then you appeared.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you need to know, I was talking to him about delaying our amps. The first time we tried to have them deployed.
Thoreau almost seems satisfied with that. They weren't quite sure how you were going to respond, but this is what they were hoping to hear, so they like kind of lean back a little bit, seem to ease into things. And then they say, how'd he justify his actions?
Oh, you know the usual, what is it called? Posturing. Saying that he was testing us and that he wanted to know what we could do, as if we can fight 1 amp in our normal bodies.
He said that. Ridiculous.
Of course.
Did he ever mention NEF High Command?
No, is that what you're worried about?
Yes. There are 2 distinct possibilities given our current set of information. 1. Roland Steinrich is a rogue element. He has defied command, integrated himself with the Scrappers, is attempting to collect on a drive promised to the Guild. 2. Roland Steinrich has not broken rank. He is instead acting on NEF orders to sabotage our mission. He was forced into revealing himself when we returned with the DFAB. He is currently pursuing the drive, likely as a secondary objective.
I don't know if it would benefit them to sabotage a group that they barely wanted to begin with, before they could even acquire the item that they were sent on.
They didn't need the DFAB.
Then why have us come here?
Seed ordered us to come here. Then they'll say the NEF did not. Captain Lakes made no attempt to hide his criticisms of this mission. There are undoubtedly more like him.
Seems likely, but even if that was the case, what can we do? Other than prove them wrong.
That is why I am calling you now. I want to ask your permission to acquire and analyze Roland Steinrich's personal effects. There might be a log between himself and the secondary party that I am presupposing to be the NEF.
No, if you hadn't been caught already, I would have said yes. Are you sure you won't get caught this time?
If you give me a direct order, I won't have to be defying orders. It'll be a command.
But I'll be defying orders.
Under what grounds?
Accessing files that I shouldn't have.
They will just kind of like keep their eye on you and say, I understand.
Let's keep it on a shelf for now.
By your order. And then they will close the chat.
I think before you close it, though, Allison wants to ask, is this something you'd be able to do now or later? I'd
Later.
rather not have Roland around while we're doing it.
We must acquire Roland Steinrich first. I suspect that any incriminating information he would keep on himself or his personal effects.
Well, let's see how this plays out then.
They seem a little less disappointed as they just kind of lean a little bit forward in the seat.
It's going
Is
to be
that
it
all?
for me. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Then they will allow that to be the closing line.
All right. So once you guys get into this area, which has just been referred to on the shitty map that you guys got from Ruck, was the Wastes. You guys are south of where your location is, and you're suitably far enough away that you wouldn't raise any kind of alarm if you guys disembarked at this point. So you guys are set down here onto this area, which you guys can all just place your amp icons if you'd like.
What if we don't want to? Like, what if we don't?
See ya.
I did it. I'm not in trouble. Get her in trouble, Sean. I did it.
Okay.
Sean, because since Declan and I put ours out without being in, like, making a fuss, can we get, like, a fate point?
2 fate points for both of you.
Yes!
Whoa.
Thanks, Mr. McElwain.
And
I
I-
want to
Matt, get rid of a few of your fate points. Right?
Those are for us.
Give your fate points to Declan and Dave.
Good boys.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't ask for any fate points, but you just gave me. Can I have extra for that? Because I wasn't greedy.
No, subtract 1 deck.
Oh fuck!
No, like when you talk about.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Give
Fuck!
Dibs.
Yeah, give it to Kane.
No.
So, Sean, something I also thought about that I want to start doing is when I'm attached to someone,
Yes.
I'm going to remove my token, just push it to the side anyway, obviously, and then I'm going to put the aura around them instead. I think that that's going to help with clarity.
Okay.
That is nice.
Who you attach it to?
No one right now. I'll just be free floating.
All right.
I just
Single.
wanted to clarify that now.
Ooh.
So, when you guys sit down here, this place is a real, just complete ramshackle. It looks the worst of just about any of the places that you guys have been. The sand here is not just sand colored. It's completely like charred and burnt, and any signs of life, even like scavenger life, is completely and utterly gone. This place looks like it's been just hit with a megaton bomb and left how it's been for who knows how long, probably, at least a year. But yeah, it's just complete and utter desolation in any direction, really, even more so than usual. And you guys need to head north.
Let's go ahead and do some precursory investigation here.
Yeah, I can. What is
What's
your
that?
investigate?
My analyze is at a 3. Or would it be a scan, technically, Sean?
Scan is your notice, and analyze is your investigate, which is more of an up close kind of thing.
Got you. So
Okay.
analyze in your universe. Okay, so it would be more of a scan. So who has a high scan here?
I do not, but I can add one.
Let's see. I don't have a high scan. I can add one as well.
Okay.
I could also add one.
Great. My scan is at a 2, so I'm currently adding 3. I'll go ahead and do that.
All right, cool.
So turning our eyes northward, I would assume each of us kind of fanning out a bit. We're going to look forward to our left, to our right, to make sure we're not going to get ambushed.
All right, with a 6, you can tell that there was some movement through here. Not recently, not like someone was just here hanging out, having a campfire, but it seems like there are some deeper treads and tracks that are in the sand that are starting to be covered over by just the artificial wind that's sweeping through this place, starting to cover them up, and they lead up north. Actually, let's say they're right about they're around here, up here by these little destroyed buildings right here. If you want to investigate those further, you can. But beyond that, it doesn't seem like there's any enemies just hanging around here specifically.
I can do some investigation if anybody wants to add on to that.
I'll add one to you.
Wrong sheet.
I wasn't trying to be funny.
It's just the smallest
It's
text
very
I've
tiny,
ever
yeah.
seen.
Yeah, I saw that too.
What?
The one time in 3 years I was trying to do something 100% sincere and non-disruptively.
It's
That is
so
actually
small.
hilarious. What is that, 1-point font?
Maybe on a good day.
I was like, I'll denote there's tracks there. This will be helpful.
It's
These
nice that the
tracks.
color like blends in with the actual drawing too.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, it just looks like some more debris.
Uh-huh.
So, Allison, when you get up close and you give these things a closer scan, the sensors built into your amp, you can tell that these are very familiar looking tracks because they belong to NEF builds amps, specifically the RAM, which are the types of amps that Steinrich and his crew use. So, seems as though you guys are pretty much on the right area.
Allison's gonna ping into the rest of the group and say, looks like this is where they were before. So at least we're following behind them, but let's keep an eye out in case they caused any trouble on the way.
And before you guys head out, Allison, you're going to be pinged over comms, and Lieutenant Ja's going to announce herself and say, Sergeant Hendricks, we're going to remain here unless we're called upon, but try to make it back to this rally point if you can. Remember, your mission is to recover Steinrich and the rest of the team. Anything else is a complete and utter waste of time and resources. We need to be out of here as soon as possible.
Understood. To what degree of force do we use if they don't want to come back?
There will be a beat of silence, and then you'll hear, if they do not want to return, they will be regarded as deserters. I doubt that will be the case, but if so, you can cut our losses in that regard.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Understood.
And she'll just say, very good. We expect you back here within the day. Lieutenant Ja out. And the ship will start to sort of take a hovering position up above this area and will remain back here.
Okay. They said within the day. Is it fairly early in the morning right now? Just for like space
So
and
time has got kind of weirdly dilated through this, which I will make a note of next time I run the next section of these, that I will keep more close. I'll keep a more close track of time on this, but
Sure.
it's around like 3 or 4 p.m. right now. So
Okay. So we have a few hours. Gotcha.
yep, at least until tomorrow at the same time.
Sounds good. Allison Hendricks, did your investigation reveal how long ago these tracks were made?
John, did it reveal how long ago the tracks were made?
Weirdly, they've been here all no.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're actually doing like some time warp
Yep.
stuff. I don't know. Time travel is just really a really good narrative, like
Oh,
design
shit.
to use, and
Oh yeah.
I just really have like a really good time travel idea.
You actually, when you investigate, you see the tracks disappearing.
Oh.
They actually go backwards too. They're
They
walking
lead
Yeah,
to your
backwards.
feet. Tenet.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, it's within the day. It was around the time when they took off. So
Okay.
They've had a big head start from you guys because you guys had time to repair and whatnot, but it seems as though it's not, these guys are not so completely far ahead of you.
Yep. So Allison's just gonna say, seems they've been here recently.
Understood. It's best that we proceed carefully. Be entering an enemy combatant area. Who knows how much time they've had to reinforce it.
Or how much attention they've drawn from the other gang here.
Agreed.
Oh, I'm sure they've drawn enough attention.
Hopefully, all of it.
Hopefully they're dead.
Well, let's not be too pessimistic.
No,
There are
I'm being
still-
optimistic.
Okay.
Realistic, maybe.
Let's be quiet until we find something else.
Roger, Roger.
Mr. Robotman, she said be quiet.
So how far away are we from this place?
You guys are, it's a walk. You can't see it from here, but, if you guys start moving your way up, you'll see it within, I don't know. I guess it depends how fast you guys want to go, though.
I think we should do another notice, on our way to the next point.
Yeah,
You can.
that makes sense to me.
I'll add another
Roll
one.
with 3.
If you guys want to move with any kind of haste, whether it's, you guys can just give me your. Let's see. Do I want to actually make you guys roll that? I guess it depends. Are you guys trying to move fast to this point, or are you guys just whatever?
What do you guys think? Slow and cautious or quick?
I feel like slow and cautious is better because they already have a head start on us, right? Like,
Yeah,
no matter what we do, they're already
Yep.
there.
Yep,
Right.
true.
Yeah. We might as well let whatever they're doing play out for the most part.
Teach them a lesson.
No need for us to be reckless because they were reckless. This is, you know.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good reason.
Make us look better.
Yeah.
So Sean will go slow and steady, paying attention to our surroundings.
Cool. Because you're going to give me a maneuver, regardless.
Okay.
Okay.
Each of us?
Yeah.
Irregardless.
Wow! First
Aw.
roll of the night.
Bad on bad. There you go.
PP.
There's Allison.
-3 of the highest caliber.
You're gonna have a good night.
Okay. The challenge was lowered, but PTK. Usually, in you're pretty light on your feet inside that thing, but you start to notice as you sort of near these buildings right here that there's a considerable shaking of the earth below you, and you start to notice that these buildings begin to just sink into the earth. I want you to roll another maneuver.
All right.
Or die.
Manny will call out over comms and say, shit, I've got shifting below PTK. And
Nice.
Wow.
Good stuff.
There we go.
Okay.
We're supposed to be having quiet time.
So these buildings right here, right next to you guys, they just seemingly start to get swallowed up by the sand. Everyone else who rolled above challenge, you are either out of the area or you're able to move away from this sort of shifting sea that's of burnt dirt and sand that's just going into this one area, almost like if anyone's ever seen what a antlion trap kind of looks like.
oh, nice.
And these two buildings just collapse in on each other and are just swallowed almost whole by the sand and just left completely buried by this stuff.
Whoa! Whoa! Cool.
All right. Well,
Wait. I want to see. Was that done on purpose?
Ooh.
Oh,
Like, can I tell if that was like something they set up with the intent
Oh,
of
is this
trying
a trap
to
or
like,
a natural sinkhole?
yeah, like they know a big ship might trigger the sinkhole.
There's a really
Sean, also,
anxious guy on the Switch who's like seeing us fly kind of near, and he gets nervous and pulls the trigger too early. Like,
Really?
oh, I'm such an idiot.
I knew I was gonna.
I said I didn't want to do this.
With a 4, you can tell that this it tracks with the things that you heard the gate guard, our resident gate guard of this campaign, tell you about this place, where sometimes they have earthquakes and whatnot.
Oh shit!
Just randomly, because of the integrity of the whole, the entire colony's been compromised in various places. But something's a little off about this one.
Oh.
Okay, interesting.
Sean,
Seemed a little
also,
weird.
I apologize. My brain shut off for a second there when I rolled what I'm gonna say was probably the saving throw on that. Did I take damage off that second maneuver?
Nope. You're gonna take damage if you would have failed that second one.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
It's just put you in the position of having to get out of it.
Just tinnitus took over when you announced whatever happened after that.
You're good.
Destiny will say, "All right, everyone, keep your eyes on your feet. And maybe shifting sands, but that wasn't entirely an accident."
Wait.
It's a ton of phrase. Chip.
Watch
You
the
see
ground.
Shadowblades begins flying with its little nubby feet stuck out in front of it like a dad in a recliner chair.
Apple, pay attention to the ground.
What? But my feet!
Be careful where you put your feet, mate.
I'm flying.
You know what, Allison? I'm gonna let you handle this one.
Pay attention to the ground. Don't put your feet in bad places.
Alright, make sure to watch your wheels.
Mm-hmm.
It's also an indicator that we may have a renewed incentive to keep this thing low and slow. And loath as I am to admit it, not fight so much. If walking triggers something like that, imagine what throwing an amp to the earth would do.
That is a good point.
Shadowblades is flying parallel to the ground, horizontal. It's just staring at the sand as it cruises on by. Now I'm planking.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Alright. You guys head north?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, y'all... Hold on. Let me alter this real quick. Yeah. In there. Alright. So, after walking for about an hour or so, you guys will eventually reach what looks to be the outskirts of the water treatment area. And you'll see two distinctive amps that are familiar to y'all. The Ram and whatever stupid name that Steinrich gave his Ram, standing there in his
Ramus.
paint job. And they seem to be just kind of hanging out next to one of these buildings, not really moving. You guys are on the very bottom of the screen, by the way.
Oh, those bitches probably disembarked.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can we tell from just a passive glance if they're active or not?
Can we ping them? We've got a stat for that, don't we?
Can you give me?
I thought they said that they had turned their comms off.
Oh, maybe they did. But
Only because I made like a whole dog and pony show of can we force ping them, and they're like, if they don't want to receive it, they don't have to receive it.
it's valid.
I
Yeah.
think it was that they could hear it, but they decided to not respond.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you could talk to them for sure.
Yeah.
So Sean, sorry, what would you like to establish that?
Do whatever you want. You can do that if you want to, or you can notice, or you can shoot at them. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, Allison's gonna ping them.
Okay.
And say, Hello, is anybody in these amps? This is Allison Hendricks. I was assigned to bring you back.
The amps will just stand there. The one on the right, though, which is Steinrich's amp, will seemingly start to come to life a little bit more. It will stand up a bit straighter, and it'll very, very slowly sort of aim its weapon out towards you guys.
Oh,
No, it's on
Oh, they-
sentry mode, probably.
That or someone else has boarded it.
Notice of 3. Does
Oh,
it
what's
seem like
your
I'm-
what's your scan on your amp?
Scan on amp is 2. I rolled as my amp.
Oh, okay.
I just, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. You can see that. What are you looking for? Are you looking for anything specific or semi-specific?
Yeah, let's say as they're moving, I want to see if it's possible this is like a defensive stance the amp takes when the pilot is gone, or
Okay.
if it seems, yeah.
Yep. Looks like it's just a general sentry mode for the amp that Steinrich is in, or uses rather.
Everyone, maintain your distance. These
Is
amps are
this
set in a sentry
something-
position.
Is this something that I could override with the contacts, or would it have to be disrupt?
You could try to override it with the contacts. Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Specifically, she could.
Nope.
Oh,
ah,
Okay.
that hurts.
So, I will say that, Allison, you would have the knowledge of that there is some kind of vocal override code that you could send to an automated sentry-based amp at this moment. But you're kind of forgetting what the code is.
Let me.
So,
God, should I try and use a fate point?
yes.
Yeah, honestly, I
Okay.
think these amps are worth that.
Hit it.
I'm gonna use doesn't know the word no.
Yeah.
I would
Or the
even take
password,
your-
but that's fine.
I'd even take your high concept, honestly, because this is a thing that would be like
Oh yeah.
any commanding officer of any kind of thing would like need to know these kinds of things just for perimeter security.
Yeah.
So yeah, you you figure out, you remember, oh right, yeah, the shutdown code would just be like, I don't know, the RAM unit shutdown code 1 or something like that. Then say a bunch of, I don't know, some jargon added onto that one.
Letters, numbers,
Yeah.
code.
And then you will notice that the thing will just sort of lower its gun again, but it'll keep its eyes on you. And the other one seemingly does not have this functionality built in. Seems only Steinrich had this modification added to his.
As in, it's not being overridden or it's not pointing at us.
The one on the left is not pointing at you. Steinrich's has stopped pointing at you.
Okay, and his is the greener one.
Yeah.
Which is a great question for Dave. He loves that.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
No, you're
Bragger.
fine.
No,
I've got the glasses on.
That's my bad.
Sean,
no,
where's
we-
the colorblind mode in this campaign?
Fuck.
You have to pay for it.
Oh, come on.
You have to pay for it. Yeah, so it's stood down from what it was going to do, and now they're both just kind of standing there, pretty much exactly how you see them in their icons.
Nelson's gonna say, "Alright, gang, looks like I've overrided it. Anybody want to get out and check who's inside?"
The the rock music plays as Chapel's chassis shoots open and he tumbles onto the sand, eager to do what she asks before anyone else can.
Okay.
Permission to investigate the cabins. It says throw.
Permission granted.
Okay, I will follow. Though definitely not as quickly as Chapel.
He's running on all fours like a little kid up some carpeted stairs.
While they're going to, Remora's gonna fly over here because I want to see if I can't better, like, see if they've got damage to their hull or anything. I want to get a good look at them from the outside.
Okay.
If we're just setting up, I want to try to real quick create a stealth advantage, and then I want to stand sentry ahead of any potential threats if I could. So
Okay.
this is to find a good place where I'm not easily seen, if that makes it.
Yes, it does. I would say
Okay.
so.
So I'm going to hide over here. And
Actually, if you go over that way,
I'm going to land in a landmine, so I'll go over.
No, but you will see sort of if you're actually just going over there. You know what? Give me a scan real quick.
I can fail. Wow!
Good.
Dave will scream at anything these days.
I will.
I mean-
Manny's rolled so poorly.
Whoa! You're +2! Oh!
Oh
So
shit!
you will see that
Fog of war.
half buried in sand is the other ram that was sent out. And it is in a sniping position with a sniper rifle aimed towards the north, and it'll turn to you very quickly and aim its rifle. Hold on, you'll hear over the comms. What? Oh, wait a minute. You're with the seed group.
Let's say, that's right. You're with Steinrich.
Yeah, keeping Overwatch.
I'm doing the same.
Good call. Yeah. Well, the deal just went down, so...
The deal?
Not to get too far out of ourselves, but I'm going to go back to everyone else for a second.
Of course, yeah.
You guys wanted to roll stuff for these?
Yeah, Declan go first. He was way ahead of me.
Yeah, I'll do a. I guess to get access to this amp, do I have to perform anything?
It would be generally locked, but not like it's not like hard locked. I would say.
Let me open that up for you.
Like a burglary, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Burglary.
That's good enough. So you find the control panel and you pull the release, and it'll open up the cockpit.
I'm gonna scamper up inside like a ferret, and I am going to, I guess, survey the environment to see.
What are you looking for?
Um.
It is empty, by the way. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I investigate to see if there's a man in here.
Skeleton.
I guess the most pertinent clue might be if there's anything on if there are personal computers inside these things, any kind of file system.
Oh, okay.
That was my thought too. Yeah.
Roll.
Oh!
Jesus.
Wow.
Okay. Seems as though he does. You're looking for like a personal log or like a journal kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty good to cover like everything in here because it's not a very large environment. So computer screen, any personal physical effects.
You, Starrick's not very much of a guy who keeps records on things. You don't really find anything in that regard. But you do find that there is a little bit of dried blood and bandages lying around. And it seems as though Steinrich probably took Skarn with him in his amp and patched him up at some point. And yeah. Meaning that at some point he got in another scrap, likely.
Damn.
But yeah, you do not find any, there's no records of any kind of thing that he's written down or kept any logs of specifically.
All right. What can I roll to sabotage his flight controls? Like lock a cover mechanism over his back thrusters so that they don't unlock and deploy, and so it just will fire off rocket fumes into a closed environment.
That'll be a crafts.
Oh, nice. Hey.
That does not get you it.
Hmm. Hmm.
You do have a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah. If I fate point tap that aspect, can I remove the the grenade, the RPG round, and like put it in somewhere, and essentially get the effect I'm looking for?
You could. I would have both Kane and Mac notice for that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like against him right now.
Yep.
I might straight up not do anything. We'll find out.
Oh my god.
Oh well.
This will be easy.
Am I noticing as myself?
Have
Or
you disembarked
Remora?
yet, or are you still?
I'm
Oh no, you're
still
still
on
in your.
Remora.
Yeah, just use your scan.
Well, good for you, Declan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I
Thoreau,
can't
you
really
noticed,
see in there.
It turns out Destiny's too preoccupied with the other amp. Thoreau, you notice that Chapel's doing something with an ignition cable for a rocket launcher that he brought along for some reason, and he's hooking it up to Steinrich's amp.
Throw was going to come in and check the logs, and maybe Chapel had to let himself down a bit to see this, or to handle this. They are going
Yeah.
to look at him, regard what he's doing, and continue onwards, not stopping him.
Okay.
Chapel held completely still during that, and so when Thoreau moves on, he's gonna be like,
Just like dinosaurs. You can't see me like that.
And they will
Okay.
eventually come back out, having not found anything similar to what Chapel's little situation.
Okay. You successfully sabotaged Steinrich's amp.
yeah! He climbs out.
All right, Destiny, what were you looking for?
Basically just combat damage. So I wanted to see how banged up the amps were, just to get an idea of what kind of scraps they'd been in.
Okay. You can tell across the shield on this amp, this other support amp that whoever else was with Steinrich was in.
Yeah.
The thing has been pretty banged up, and it looks like there's some kind of blunt force trauma to the thing that certainly looks like it was pretty fresh. But other than that, not too bad. Just mostly the its left, your right side of it has been beaten by something, but it doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to be like a blast. But you'd have to roll an actual like investigator analyze on that if you want to get more.
Sure, I will do that. That is handling.
That's analyze.
Analyze. Oh, I'm not. Well, I'll do that. Check that shit out.
All right. You get from that probably not a gun that did that. That's it. So yep.
Well, does it, with everything I have, does it look functional? At least, does it look like they could fly it out of here, no problem?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Okay. Coming out, I will just ping Allison and say, Allison Hendricks, the amp logs are clean. There are no records of what Roland Steinrich hoped to accomplish here.
He will ask, is there any way to get what you want from that amp?
I would assume not. Like, whatever logs are on here is what's in this amp, right? Like, it's not connected to a secondary server or anything, Sean.
What are you looking for?
More personal information. Like, I know Declan already looked for it, but like, kind of a history of who he's communicated with.
Oh no, that stuff is not present on the amp.
Okay.
Yeah,
That would be on the big ship.
probably. They will
Okay.
say there is no luck in that case. I have had suspicions, though. On our conflict with Skarn, he seemed incapable of hitting him. That, and they had made some deal before I had been led to believe. They had promised our amps as some kind of prize. if he intervened and stopped us. If those
Interesting
conversations happened,
hypothesis.
they will just say, if those conversations happened, they were not logged.
Yes, I imagine a sergeant wouldn't be stupid enough to leave them logged.
Roland Steinrich might have.
You might be surprised.
Yeah. And I will hop out and start heading to my amp.
All right, back to Manny. The reply that you get is, yeah. I'm not supposed to really talk about it, though. Just, just supposed to keep watch.
Manny is gonna, having learned his lesson from trying to have any measure of deceit dealing with fucking Paolo from the last encounter, dog teeth still embedded in his brow. He's gonna kind of say, "No, I get that. I get that. Deal though." And Sean, am I able to communicate? Like, if I try to communicate to Allison, is this guy gonna hear it, or are we on a closed channel? Like, I can ping just her.
Your group is always on the same channel. This guy's on a different channel, but it is like something that you could close if you wanted to.
Okay.
It's like being in it's like a group chat kind of thing that you could enter a different
It's
room.
unfortunate then that PTK has an articulate lips and teeth that move when he
Yeah.
talks.
Oh, I see. That seems really useless.
Yeah, it's really he
Stupid
wanted
idea.
it too. Destiny tried to talk him out of
She
it.
was like, no one's gonna like that, and he's like, I
Yeah.
really.
Oh, except the audience likes it.
He's gonna ping Allison, actually the entire group, and he's gonna say, "Hey, so it turns out while I'm over here keeping watch on you guys, I'm sitting next to a sniper who's keeping watch on Steinrich while he's making some sort of deal."
Can you see him from there?
I'm gonna assume no, but I'll give it a shot. What is notice? Scan?
Bam.
Maybe.
You
No.
can see. You don't see Steinrich anymore. You do see your buddy Skarn.
Yeah.
He's up here and he's talking to some kind of scavenger-looking fellow. They seem to be hashing it out about something. Steinrich is not there though.
Okay. Fuck out of here. Funny. He's gonna call back. No. Nothing on. I don't got Skynrip. Jeez, I'm having a stroke. Vanny's convulsing on the ground in the cockpit. I don't have Steinrich, but I've got Skarn and some other scavenger-looking type. And then he's gonna say to the other guy, "I'm just keeping watch on the seeds. They're dropping in."
Steinrich was accompanied by a second NEF soldier. Do you see him?
He'll say, just Skarn and the scavenger at this point.
There's a high probability that they've been overtaken. Does your sniper have any information to relay to us?
What kind of deal were they trying to make?
He doesn't want to say. I think he was told not to by Steinrich. And he's going to look to the guy,
Oh,
and he's going to say, "Hey, well, you were keeping watch, and, don't break order here, but are they okay? They didn't get gunned down or taken away or anything?"
Huh? No. It went just how the boss wanted it to go, I guess.
His exact words are, it went just how the boss wanted it to go. He's going to say it.
Yeah.
I just got back in my amp. What's going on?
He's going to say, we might have an inside job here. Steinrich supplying something to the local gangs.
Yep. I knew I'd have to kill him.
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
You got eyes on him?
Ryan.
I can go kill him right now.
Grapple, please stand down for now.
Look, I'm not an investigator. I bring people in, but that's usually after I've been told what they did wrong. I just know that something is fishy here, and whatever it is,
It ain't the Remora.
Very good. That's not bad, but no, we did step in shit, and we got to figure out fast, because every minute that I'm not talking to this guy, I think he thinks that I'm talking to you, and he is a trained sniper.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be very good at shooting you. You're right next to him.
Oh, I'm gonna be fine, but you guys.
I'll be fine.
Allison, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
Allison's gonna go quiet for a moment.
Allison's
Am
having a panic attack.
Am I able to ping that guy from where I am, or do I have to go
Yep.
over to him?
You don't have to go
Okay.
up to him.
Allison's gonna ping him, and she's gonna say, "Hello, soldier. This is Sergeant Allison Hendricks. I heard that you are on lookout currently for Sergeant Steinrich."
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm keeping Overwatch while the deal went down. Listen, it was a great lead. He said that, we'd get something that would really help us out later on. Please, would you vouch for Lieutenant Jeff once we get back aboard? I really don't want to get sacked.
Oh, I don't know. She's been pretty miffed about the whole thing. She did send us to come collect you, considering that there was no communication to her from your end. So if you tell me everything that you know, maybe I can figure out something to say to her.
It's
Nice.
Provoking him. I'm breaking him down.
Okay.
He rolls a 5, Will. He's got an incredible self-confidence.
Yeah, I've been pretty miffed too, Sergeant.
I'm a captain, so now what?
My God,
Bada
this
bing,
guy's
bada boom.
His fucking amp is tapping the badge on his chest.
Here.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
He goes. It's just Steinrich said it was a really good idea. We couldn't let it go because, he said something about, I don't know, that it would compromise the whole thing, and that the lieutenant wouldn't understand, and that it was against protocol. I don't know. It's just. He went in there.
To me, like what you're talking about is subordination. You want to tell me what the reason was?
Yeah. Well, Steinrich, he caught wind of something when he started beating the shit out of Skarn. You know that guy, the really weird guy in the infirmary? You learned that there was some kind of drive. I think he called it a CM drive. Something that these guys had, and that we could potentially get it from him, and that's where he is now. He's organized this fake deal with him, so he could get on the inside.
A fake deal. Mind telling me what this deal is?
Yeah, the Skarn guy. He worked with some other guy, Ricky or whatever. Sometimes they would peddle off people to these guys for some extra credits, and so he pretended to sell himself. Steinrich did. Skarn was pretending to sell him to them. Skarn gets some money out of it, and he gets on the inside. We just wait out here for him to come out once he gets the drive.
Right. And how much do you know about the inside of this place? Has Skarn said anything?
I don't know. He didn't say anything to us. He mostly just talked to Roland. He had him in his cockpit the whole time.
Right. Well, from now on, I'm going to need you to listen to me since Steinrich can't give any commands. And we are supposed to have you back on the Diamond Lance within the day, otherwise you're going to be deserted. Understood? Roll on another provoke. I'm gonna break this man.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna destroy this man.
Okay. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
That's about it. He's about to say something, and then he goes, "All right, yeah, I understand. It was kind of a stupid plan anyway, I guess." Ma'am.
Yeah. Make it say ma'am.
Ma'am. That's the success with style, getting ma'am out of it.
Good. Anything else I should know about before I send one of my men in there to scout the situation?
Yeah, the whole place is lined up with these amps that these guys use. They're really, really fucking freaky. I'm sorry, really freaky, ma'am. They're like, I don't know how to describe them. I've never seen anything like them. They like just burrow into the sand. We saw a wreck of one of them. It was further back though. They're like, I don't know. They're like bugs or something. You don't want to go in there if you don't know what you're doing. He told me to stay back here specifically because of that.
It would make things difficult. Thank you. I'll let you know if I have any further instructions.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna ping back in with everyone else and start relaying the information that he told me.
Thro's going to ask real quick before you get too far into this.
Mhm.
How far back is this amp? The submersible, the one that goes into the
I'm
sand.
assuming it's the one that we passed already.
Is that okay? That
Oh,
was
you
an hour
guys
back.
you guys did not find what they were talking about.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can you give us exact coordinates?
Are you talking to the dude?
I'm talking to Allison.
I can certainly ask him.
Basically, to expedite it, I'm wondering if this is close by to the point where I could go or someone else could go and get kind of a bead on what these things do, create some advantages if needed.
Yep. I mean, you can ask him about it.
Okay.
Allison Hendricks again. What are the exact coordinates of this broken amp?
Ma'am. So it's further south. It's going to be. Hold on. Let me just send it on a map, and he'll just type in some coordinates for you. Let's see. Let me put it down where it would be on this map. Hold on. Let me just. There we go. He's going to say it's by one of the mountainous areas. Something seemed to have gone wrong with it. The pilot was dead inside, but it looked like the cockpit was open. We don't really know what happened to him. Yeah, you now have the location of it if you guys want to go back for it. But yeah, it's not on this map here.
Does it seem significantly far away, like hours?
No, it's about an hour, or well, less than that, about half an hour.
Okay, we'll see what the plan is here.
Expedite that.
Okay. I'll wait for Allison to relay the rest of the information, the plan, and we can see if that's useful information for us to act on.
Yeah, just to avoid saying the same thing Sean
Yeah.
already did. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say that I told you all of that.
Yeah, you found it. It's by a big old mountain that
Great.
may or may not be caused by the destruction down south.
Has Allison told us everything at this point that she got from him?
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to roll a crafts on the type of drive that they specified. Again, now that we have a name,
CM.
the CM
Okay.
drive.
Roll the crafts on it.
Great.
You have never heard of a CM drive.
Wow.
Specifically, M drive is normal. C in front of that, you have no fucking clue.
Heresy.
Yeah, it's
Witchcraft.
It's something that was homegrown by somebody, and you've never even seen one of these pass in one of your really disgusting catalogs that you get that just have ant parts in them and full
With fold
full
outs.
display? Yeah,
Ant parts and nude men like holding the ant parts.
Yeah, fucking them. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is
Yes.
normal. Fuck you.
You're kind of a weirdo.
I think
Yeah.
that's pretty normal.
Kane, you can't bring machine fucking into every campaign.
I'm so tired of you saying that.
I'm tired of your shit.
I wish you
Honestly,
would...
it was an Emi.
Yeah.
It
What?
was. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was an
Kane,
Emi.
do you want to fuck a machine?
Only if they want to.
Consent first.
You know, that's all that really matters.
I've got VR Kane.
When a machine
Definitely,
can give consent, that's when you know.
It's a happy day for Kane.
I've got VR Kane. Trust me, they want to.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, all right. Destiny will relay that back to everyone. Well, I've heard of a C or an M drive, but never a CM drive. It's got to be something specific.
So to reiterate, an M drive, it's just again, it's like an operating system. It's just a basic thing you plug in and install. But CM drive is beyond what you would know.
In the context of 4, anything?
Contacts in regards to what?
To that drive. Or anyone who's been talking about it, since it may have something to do with Scion Tech.
No, nothing comes up in that regard.
Yeah.
No individual comes to mind.
I don't know how Steinrich got a fucking nose on it, but it's got to be important to some degree. Maybe Sky knew about it.
Almost definitely. He seems to be trusted with far more information than I think he should be. So, team, do any of you find it necessary to look at this broken amp?
It will give us information on the amps that we are bound to confront here, should we engage. If we have the time, it would behoove us to search them. If, however, we need to act quickly, then I think we disregard it for the time being.
It's not too far away from us, and we have quite a bit of time. I think it's fine to let Steinrich figure out what he needs to do on the inside while we make an attempt to be safe out here.
Agreed. It's my suggestion that Destiny Acker and a second member of this team investigate, while the rest of us remain, in case something does occur regarding Roland Steinrich.
I agree with that. Is there anybody who could help Destiny? I guess I have investigate, so I could help with that.
Am I overblowing what Thoreau's lore is?
Yeah, because that was my
3.
assumption. Was Thoreau and Destiny might be the ones
say
to
3?
pick on this.
Yeah, Thoreau was kind of suggesting, like, hey, if somebody wanted to go with her, and then just kind of, like, wraps their arm around.
Yeah, I feel like that makes the most
Twiddling their
sense.
thumbs, like, I mean, I could go.
Oh,
I
that's
could
like
go.
when Freddy's the one to suggest splitting up so he can
Finger,
Get a-
finger bang after.
get a
No!
TJ.
Oh,
What?
Blast her off,
Yeah, he's been hot dogging Daphne since '98.
Oof.
well, okay.
74, man, 74.
They didn't
Oh, I
get.
don't like.
They
who's
were
doing the
celibate.
Foley?
Yeah, they mostly dry cleaning back.
They were celibate until '98.
Oh.
Yeah, the original creator wanted them to be celibate, so
Nice.
once he got hands off.
They got
Once,
hands
They
on.
got hands on, yeah.
Once, once Barbara bit the dust, fucking Hannah went wild.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
send Thoreau. They
Yeah.
studied the combination of crafts and lore. Basically, corners the market on scientific discovery and research.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
So Allison's gonna tell those two to go together, and she'll stay behind.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I could do recon. Chapel could do recon. I go look inside. Get an eye on Roland.
Chapel, the reason why we're looking at this amp is to get a better idea of what's outside of the compound. So as soon as we do that, you can start recon. But I'd prefer if you didn't go in now when we don't know anything about these hidden amps.
You're just mad because the last time Mr. Robot Man screwed that up. I did fine.
And you'll do fine again once we do our proper research about the outside.
The docking port disengages from Shadow Blades and he flops out onto the sand like a bored 8-year-old at a family event.
Yeah. Can I do... I'm wondering if... Okay, so I have my nearly useless stunt of +2 notice against another amp stealth.
Oh.
I was wondering if I could use that to see if I can notice any of these amps underground. Just while we're
any of the
waiting.
crabs.
Or the crab amps? Cramps?
That'd be great. Cramps, please.
Yes.
You could do that if you'd like to.
Okay.
But be aware that you kind of need a region to be looking. Like you need to kind of point me out where you're going to be looking at because I'm not just going to be like,
Oh,
it's not just
okay.
going to be you can ping for any and all stealth
Okay.
things this whole area.
Are there like zones that you could break up for her, or is it just
Sure.
this here?
Basically, any of these like little mountainous landmark things you could check out if you'd like to.
Mhm.
Anything that's drawn.
So 4, basically, out here in the
Basically
wastes.
that.
Okay, that's cool.
Let's say this one right here.
Okay. All right. Cool. So let me just. Yep.
Damn. Never mind.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Nope. I guess you look over there, you scan it, nothing seems out of the ordinary. For the most part, it just seems like a butt-shaped mountain.
They call that a butte, Sean.
Is that what they call them
Classic
Yeah.
butte. Classic butte. There's nothing out of the ordinary for Allison that she detects there.
I got nothing else to do.
All right.
I wanted to try to like recruit this guy into like helping us with rapport potentially, but I feel like Allison covered that.
His will is destroyed.
I don't know like what really I have left to do, so I might just play cards with this guy while we wait.
Yeah, I mean he's in her thrall at this point.
He seems pretty compliant. Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. All right. We'll follow the two as they go back down south. Give me a maneuver. Both of y'all are going back.
Got it.
Wow. Not good for me. That's rare. That's a bad roll.
Good enough. You guys reach it within about half an hour.
Excellent.
So, the thing that you find next to the mountain is it is slumped. It looks almost like it is part of this mountain, which is why you guys missed it in the first place. It is encrusted over with just soot and sand and all kinds of crap. This thing is big and it's monstrous. It barely even looks like it's mechanical. Yeah, that's all I'll give you at the outset.
Holy shit!
Unconventional. Agreed.
It's the juxtaposition of those two expressions. That's the real cunt right there. Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah, Throw will kind of disengage, finding some steady foot. Is this on like a hill or like a flat piece of land?
It's up against the side of a mountain, but it's not on top of it.
Okay, great. They will let themselves out and start approaching. And then they will turn around and see Destiny kind of like lowering themselves down. Then they will, if you allow them, they are going to help you navigate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, they will kind of.
He falls into the sand helplessly.
They will bring their hands to either side of the wheelchair and just start guiding you or providing assistance where needed.
You get caught. Your wheels get caught on a child's doll that was.
I don't like sand.
Oh,
Kane, roll a
a
drive
girl worth fighting
to see
for.
how well you navigate the wheelchair.
Please don't make me.
Roll a drive.
Oh, fucking roller.
Oh, you die! I killed Destiny.
Oh shit!
I go right into a sinkhole. All right.
Poor bitch sank like a brick.
It's no easy task getting the wheelchair through the mounds of sand, but she'll commiserate with you as you get her up there, and she'll say, she'll actually kind of hop herself up. She'll use her arms to pull herself onto the amp to start getting a better look at it. Nope, that's my amp. I'm gonna give this a crafts. I think functionally we're trying to create advantage, right? Yes, this is a crafts advantage we're trying to create.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll give you one of those.
If I bust a fate point, could I get 2?
You could.
Yeah, I think mathematically
Math.
by default, if you bust a fate point, you will get 2.
I feel like it's just going to be important later. So let's see here. I mean, definitely just my high concept, I feel like fits this.
Prodigious NEF mechanic. Yep, that works.
So yeah, she'll take a good long look at it. She'll be examining its parts and how it's constructed. She'll kind of be fitting in and out of the thing, lost from Throw's sight as she's moving about it. What do I get?
So, in terms of its construction, it seems that these guys have superheated metal, and then they've reshaped it around their amps to make additional armor. The chassis below seems to be somewhat standard. It's indeterminate if it's NEF or Scion, or it could even be Guild. It just seems like the chassis below is pretty, from what you can see of it, even though most of it is covered. In fact, around 99% of it is covered by this stuff. But what you can see, it's like, oh yeah, the parts below seem pretty normal from what you can tell, but the outer shell is really where these guys have gone to town in terms of tricking these things out. The spikes and everything all appear case hardened. Everything is just completely reshaped around making these things into kind of what would you call it? Amorphous somewhat. They don't really seem to follow any kind of general shape idea or
Asymmetric almost.
Almost, yeah. A lot of asymmetry, a lot of just, they gave it whatever kind of flair that they wanted to.
Can I tell like a preferred method of attack with a 5? Like do they
in regards to what? What do you mean?
Like do they prefer close range combat, or are they like equally as just fitted to wield guns?
These are, from what you can tell, these things seem almost utterly incapable of using any kind of ranged weaponry.
Okay, that was my assumption. Yeah,
they are like antlions.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
That's
things,
true.
from what you can tell, they have just pretty good.
Antlions don't use guns.
They can't. How would they
That's
squeeze
true.
the trigger?
Dave's right about that, and I feel like you should give him credit.
The pneumatics on the thing seem to be just based around ambulation and movement. They don't seem to be. Even the hand that it does have seems to be more of a claw than it is any kind of finger that could manipulated gun, and you don't see any ports for guns either inside of it.
All right. Destiny will relay this then. She'll say, well, these things are heavily armored, but definitely intended for close range combat, so if we keep a good range on them, we're going to have a better chance. In fact, we're going to have our only chance. I really don't suggest going close to these things.
The difficulty is finding them.
Yes.
If they are capable of hiding themselves in sand, then it behooves them to wait, to be patient. Our group is not patient.
You can say that again. No, you know what? Don't say that again.
Thoreau is, while this is happening, going to be in the cockpit since evidently the cockpit had been open and there was a man kind of sprawled out. At least that was what we were told.
Yeah, there's a dead body.
Yes. There's a fellow inside.
Okay.
Some kind of fellow.
Yeah, Thoreau will kind of look in and then kind of take stock of the situation before letting themselves in.
There's just a dude seated. The entire cockpit seems to be completely burned.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to see if there's any way to access anything, or if this is just a completely burnt out shell. Is there what would you like me to do for that, to try and access anything?
Roll me a crafts.
All right. I can't wait to fail this and let Destiny try. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Thoreau just brings their hands up to the panel and has no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
Stick to lore-related questions, buddy.
Yeah.
Nerd.
And a thing similar to if you're ever a kid and you got sand in your Game Boy, every port, everything that could attach anything into it is completely filled with soot.
Sean, you shouldn't have brought it to the beach, man.
There will just be a voice that kind of calls out quietly, and it'll probably just reach your ears, Destiny, and it'll say, "Destiny Acker, the internal mechanisms are compromised."
Are you asking me to come take a look, or just telling me?
Fixing this would be a challenge when I invite you to.
Yeah, all right. She'll heft herself up and kind of offer up a hand to them to give her purchase so she can pull herself into the cockpit.
They will pull you up and then bring the body out soon after to make room for you.
Yeah, the body flops out onto the sand.
She'll kind of make herself at home in the seat, and she'll say, "You're kidding? This looks like shit."
Sounds bad too.
Yeah, smells like shit.
Stinky farts.
Wow.
Don't feel
It's
bad.
sandy, mate.
Don't feel bad because it was a high challenge even for you.
I figured it might be.
Yeah, this thing is not only is the cockpit completely burned up, but even the parts that aren't burned are very, very new age hardcore metal kind of band. There's hooks, there's lots of needles and things poking out in places that have terrible implements. This thing is a death trap inside and out, and you can't really find anything that is workable in terms of
Destiny manages to open up a single panel, and she's like, "Okay, this is in." And she opens it up, and it just spills sand. And she shakes her head, and she goes, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything from these."
Was your search more useful?
Enough. Gives us something to go on.
Then this was not a waste, and they will reach down to pull you up.
Yeah, she'll accept the help, and we'll move out of the chassis here and back toward our amps.
I will look down at the body that's just been discarded. Is there any cloth or any clothing on that is usable, or is it just as burnt as the inside of this?
I mean, you can roll lore.
Let's roll lore to understand who it is, and then I also want to see if we could salvage the suit and give it to Chapel if needed.
Good plan.
All right. So you're looking for like a disguise worthy kind of stuff to take from this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get the dude's wearing some kind of backpack, which also has spikes on it. You could take that off of him, and his boots. Everything else is pretty just burned to a crisp.
Yeah, they will remove all these elements, kind of stacking them on top of each other before throwing the boots into the backpack and slinging it over themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They will kind of start moving forward and say, Chapel is hard to find, but if he is found, this will make it easier for them to believe he belongs there.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Then we will head back.
And he rolled scan.
Yeah.
That's about right.
I was gonna say too. I have something for Allison to do while
Jesus Christ.
they're gone as well.
I don't see the giant vultures taking it away.